Everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up.
It's your girl Skyla, and we back with another video, and we are doing the glow in the dark ice tumbler topper. So that was the resin that I used and the glitter pigment. Right here I'm trying to figure out what is 15 ml in ounces. That's why I'm using a converter, and I have my scale out because you have to do equal parts. So 1 part resin have to be the same amount as the hardener. So that's what I'm figuring out right here. Actually, I was figuring out what is ml to grams. That's what I was figuring out. Once I figured it out, I weighed out my hardener and my resin. Now I weighed it out in 2 different cups. I weighed out part A, which is the resin, and part B, which is the hardener, in 2 different cups. Now what I could have did, instead of pouring the hardener into another cup, I could have just poured the resin into the hardener, because the resin is kind of thicker than the hardener. It's a little watery. So I poured the hardener in, and now I'm pouring the resin into the hardener because the hardener is kind of loose. So when you pour the resin in, it goes straight to the bottom, so it gets blended in and all of that stuff. But I want to make sure that I clean out my container. Now mixing, you want to mix slow. I sped this part up, that's why I look like I'm mixing fast, but I'm really not. I'm mixing really slow, and I am also scraping the sides of the container as well. I put on a City Girl song that was about 3 minutes and 36 seconds, I think. So I mixed for that amount of time because I seen on YouTube that you want to mix it well so your resin will be well blended and it won't be sticky. Now I poured my mixture into another cup. Here I go being just like the same people that's on YouTube wasting cups and stuff like that, because I always like, why do you use so many cups? Now I'm sitting here doing the same thing. So I poured the mixture from out of one cup into a different cup, and now I'm going to add the glitter and the pigment to make it glow in the dark. So once all I mixed the glitter and the pigment together, I took a toothbrush and I just applied it onto the crushed ice topper. Now the one thing that I could have did was wait a little while to let it get a little thicker, because it was kind of like runny. This is a self-leveling type of resin, so it could have been a little bit thicker, but like I said, this is my first time working with resin at all, like period, so I didn't know what to expect or anything like that. But next time I do this, I will let the resin sit for a little while and thicken up. Not too thick, but thick to where it won't be so runny, and I should be fine. And that's pretty much it. I applied the resin and then I let it sit overnight for it to cure. I wiped out the mouthpiece because like I said, it was kind of runny and everything. And that was it. Let it cure overnight and the topper was done.